The bantamweight champion of the world in the opposite corner. Oscar weighed in at 121 3/4, 122 being the super bantamweight limit. Only the second time that this bantamweight champion in this non-title bout is over the 118-pound bantamweight limit. That is Jeff Chandler from Philadelphia, popular in the East, an undefeated champion. 5 feet 6 1/2. He has a tremendous reach, extending those arms. You got a pretty good idea. He's 71 1/2 inches. The reach of his opponent today, scheduled for 10, 67 inches. Larry Hazard is the referee. The referee does not get involved in the scoring. There are 3 judges here. Its scoring in New Jersey is done round by round. In the event of a tie, they revert to the 5-point must system. In white, that is Oscar Muniz of Los Angeles, California. First time at Atlantic City. Right, surprisingly, it's his 11th bout in Atlantic City. Jeff just sort of smiling, and notice one of the habits that the man in the blue terry cloth trunks, the bantamweight champion, does. He wiggles his right hand. It's a nervous reaction, but it can be disconcerting to an opponent, as it has been in the past in his career of 33 fights. 31 wins, 2 draws, 16 knockouts. Muniz has knocked out 22 of his 41 opponents. He's on a win streak, the man in white, 9 straight fights, 8 as a super bantamweight, and he's unloading here in the first round, confusing Jeff Chandler. I don't think that Chandler felt that Muniz would come to him this quickly. Muniz usually does not come straight at an opponent. He circles to the right and left and tries to work off the jabs. Both with classic boxing styles. The last 2 punches misses, and Muniz walks into the first stiff punch thrown by the bantamweight champion. And the champ catches a counter right hand by Muniz. And are they ever in range to unload the heavy leather? This is the first round. Remember, we're up to the halfway point now. Scheduled for 10. What a surprise, because Chandler, there he's wiggling that right hand. Just a nervous reaction, jabbing, keeping that left hand a little low, and he's getting caught with a left hook. And he felt the last left hook. A little rubbery in the legs of the bantamweight champion in blue with his back to us. Now both are working with those jabs. There's the first solid right hand in that exchange. Oscar Muniz in the white trunks from Los Angeles, California, was the former North American bantamweight champion. Lost it because of inactivity. First time on national television, so he welcomed this exposure against super Jeff Chandler. Here in the first round, though, Chandler did not look super. "20 seconds toll the bell, ending round 1. Good tempo here in this first round. We asked both men earlier what they knew about each other and how they would fight each other.
So far as I've only seen Oscar Muniz fight 1 time professionally. Good stand-up boxer, does a lot more boxing than does punching, but he has a good knockout record, so it does say that he punches pretty good. The style in which I'll use to fight him will be very innovative, because more or less I'll learn just what that is once I get inside the ring. I've been training to fight a boxer, though.
I really do not have no fight plan, but to go in with my jab, with a hard jab, and everything will work off my jab. So that's how I usually go into fights. And I start off with a good jab, and everything just follows up behind it.
Do you feel you have enough power to stop him?
Oh, definitely. I seen him today in the hotel around there, walking around. I think every punch of mine is going to go right through him.
All right. Very interesting young men. Muniz is 27. Jeff Chandler, the bantamweight champion in blue, 26 years of age. Chandler, the man that's gone through all the bantamweights in the world, remaining undefeated, defending his title 7 times. Now today, a non-title fight, moving up super bantamweight. Bantams being 118, the limit, 122 for the super class. Muniz had a big first round, if you just joined us. Scoring with combinations, beautiful right hand, and Chandler's best punch was a right hand to the chin of Muniz late in the first round. Right now, he's smothering Chandler, beating him to the punch. And Chandler is finding that he doesn't have time to nervously move that right hand. He's had to cover up, he's had to use his defensive skills, and he has many of them. And Muniz of Los Angeles just keeps throwing them. And now he's doing that lateral movement, Muniz and White. I mentioned earlier that the WBA, WBC have Muniz and White unranked out of the top 10. Ring Magazine ranked him 3rd. But Muniz and White has beaten 2 of the fighters that are ranked in the top 10. And the people that left to the body, believe me, that was right in the solar plexus beneath the heart and hurt. Chandler's trying to move forward and to stay on top of Muniz. And now Chandler with those great combinations. Going to the head mostly. He'll have to do that to keep him off, keep him away. Muniz catching another good shot. Look at those quick hands of Chandler. And the good left hooks dug to the body by Muniz. The Mexican ancestry of Muniz showing up here. They are determined. He's never been knocked down. He is called the boxer because the Latins who fight in the lighter divisions normally are not boxers. Muniz has proven to all of us that he can box and punch. Big opportunity for him. Larry Hazard, the referee. 3 judges scoring. And Chandler now complaining of a butt. Right hand lead, Chandler beginning to move to that punch. And look at the right hand leads of Muniz. Chandler looking to his corner and smiling. See some blood. Now we have a cut in the left eyebrow of Muniz and White. You can see it right there. Muniz and White has been cut in the left eyebrow. He has cut 3 times before, and as we said, has never been knocked down, consequently never knocked out. 41 pro fights. 10-round non-title bouts, super bantamweights. The bantamweight champion on the left in blue, Jeff Chandler of Philadelphia in white. Oscar Muniz of Los Angeles, California. A cut in the left eyebrow. Fred Marino worked hard, feverishly, to close the cut, but I don't believe he got it completely closed because some blood is flowing now. Chandler beginning to taunt Muniz. We thought that one of the question marks would be Muniz and White being in awe of an undefeated fighter of the caliber of Chandler, but not so. You recall in that second round it was Chandler complaining of a butt. If there was one, it was the man who supposedly butted that got the damage. Chandler not seeming completely having it all together today. Little lackadaisical. He's looking at his corner, smiling, and that is not the chameleon-like Chandler that we know. He's a pixie at times, and other times very cool and distant and very businesslike. But he's being smothered by Muniz. Muniz now stepping back, and that's the worst thing you could do because you're still within range of those long arms and a good position champion. And Chandler once more complaining of a butt. Chandler in blue, Muniz in white. Halfway point now, the 3rd round. Really headhunting is Chandler, and he gets caught with a left hook. So who will it be getting there first with the most? How the punch is thrown and where it lands.
Set him up. Take your time. Set him up, Chad.
Muniz White continues his busy-like movement, just circling the bantamweight champion. Thrown a lot of punches, majority of which have landed, missing occasionally.
Set him up, Jeff. Set him up.
Now look at Chandler stalking Muniz, flicking the left jab. Muniz then steps inside and throws it away. But he catches left hooks coming in. There he got a left uppercut by Chandler. In Chandler's corner, Muniz pins him against the ropes. 30 seconds. Round 3. Roy Hazard in charge, beautifully breaking them from that clinch. Muniz up on his toes, really never set to throw heavy bombs. Really up on his tiptoes.
Set him up, set him up.
That is Jeff Chandler coming out to meet Oscar Muniz. We're in the 4th round of scheduled non-title 10-round super bantamweight bout here in Atlantic City. The blood continues to flow from the cut in the left eyebrow of Muniz in the white trunks. Fred Marino having trouble stopping it between rounds, as he did after the 2nd round when Muniz sustained the cut. Head hunting both of them now, and it appeared to me that Chandler won that 3rd round, picking up some confidence because of the damage to the left side of Oscar's face. Bleeding profusely now is the cut on the left side. While Chandler was protecting the right side of his face, sneaking in a right was Muniz, another one. Chandler should not be doing that. With his movement, he should be getting out of the corner. Beautiful right hand by Muniz and a good left hook by Chandler. This is a give and take non-title bout. Muniz's big opportunity. For Chandler, it's his 2nd time fighting in the superweight weight classification. He's at 121 3/4, as is Muniz. We've reached the halfway point of the 4th round. Still bleeding, and there's that holding that right hand and waving it. You see some blood on the left shoulder of Chandler. It's the blood of Muniz. Unmarked is Chandler, but he has felt some heavy punches this afternoon. We're at the Sands in Atlantic City.
Get off first, Chad. Get off first.
Judges are Fred Brunette, Bill Newman, Tom Karsnarek, and the referee who does not score the bout. Round by round scoring, 5-point must in case of a tie. You see the scar on the back of Chandler. Well, that came from an unscheduled adversary in a street fight a few years ago. It's an awful looking thing. But now he's trying to dish out more jamming, going to the right side of the face. A good shot. Good right hand, but some spinning on the part of Chandler. And Muniz comes right back. You will not intimidate Muniz from Los Angeles. 41 pro fights, only 3 losses. And he has fought some good ones, Muniz. He's fought and beaten Eddie Logan twice. He beat Kiko Vanjinas. Terrible beating in 1980. Freddie Jackson was another opponent that he bested. The New Jersey State Athletic Commission physician, Dr. Frank Doggett, took a look at that cut, which with closer inspection between rounds, it's on the eyelid, not necessarily in the eyebrow, and that is a very dangerous spot. Advice given to Larry Hazard, the referee, as to the seriousness of the cut. Coming up to the halfway point of the scheduled non-title 10-rounder, the bantamweight champion, undefeated in the world in the blue trunks, terry cloth trunks, unusual, Jeff Chandler, who is taunting his Los Angeles opponent. That left hook, part of it got through. Now Chandler is talking to Muniz. Should be talking with those 8-ounce gloves that they're wearing today. Muniz that moving target now. Chandler, a stationary one. Caught a right hand just then from the super bantamweight from Los Angeles. A right hand of his own now by Chandler on the left. Those are stiff punches. But they're on the nose, the face, not on the temple or chin. That was on the nose, headed been on the button, it might have put Muniz down. The button being the chin.
Go ahead, Champ. Get off first, Champ.
We'd like to alert our stations along the line. At the end of this round, we'll take a station break. Chandler in blue had some trouble with the added weight as he went in his last fight. Another non-title 10-rounder against Hector Cortez right here in Atlantic City. He felt that he didn't have the movement. He was a little sluggish, not as fast, and perhaps the 3 3/4 pounds that he has on today is making a difference. Now he's beginning to put together combinations. And Muniz is not responding, retaliating as often as he did in the first 3 rounds of this fight. We're in the 5th with about 40 seconds left. Good counter-punching by Muniz as the blood continues to flow down the left side of his face. He's on the far side in the white trunks. Helping in Muniz's corner is Mando Muniz, a cousin, serving uncrowned welterweight champion of the world. And Muniz now is really doing an exemplary job against Chandler. We'll be back with more of this 10-round super bantamweight fight after this word from our local station. The fiery super bantamweight from Los Angeles in white comes out with a flurry, and still blood flowing from the cut on the left eyelid of Muniz in white. Jeff Chandler, if you just joined us, is unmarked. He is the unbeaten bantamweight champion of the world. And again, a complaint of butting. In fact, he's now talking to Muniz. Chandler keeps taunting Muniz, and that may not be a good idea. Because Muniz, as we look at the fight here at ringside in the Copa Room of the Sands in Atlantic City, he's holding his own. This is a room where 3 hours from now, Suzanne Summers will be performing. Right now, these 121 3/4 pounders. Good right hand to the body, and now as Chandler came through with a good left hook, he says something to Muniz. And Muniz answers, as he should, with those 8-ounce gloves, a fine right hand. Another one. Little chops. They all add up. Neither fighter can take you out with a single punch. But the combination of punches take their toll a little bit later on. There's one on the ear that hurt Chandler. Touching gloves. 2 lefts followed by a right hand, Chandler. Not showing all the technical skills that he's shown in the past, being hit too often by Muniz. Chandler now a little puffiness under his left eye. A little more than a minute remaining in the 6th round, scheduled for 10. Wide world of sports in Atlantic City. In London, England earlier, Steve Scott said 2 world champions in the record holders mile. What a performance by that American runner. Larry Hazard doing a good job today, keeping away and just letting them bang away. Look at those exchanges. And the way they're leaning on each other now and just sort of chopping away in close, they're going to need that 1-minute rest that'll be coming up in about 15 seconds. 6th round. Both now trying to spin each other out of the way. Okay. Well, they take that minute rest. Marino go to work on the cut of Muniz, as we have to remind you that we want you not to forget next Saturday a special edition of ABC's Wide World of Sports beginning at 2 Eastern Time. NFL football kicks off its preseason with the AFC-NFC Hall of Fame game live from Canton, Ohio. Now this year's game features the 4-time Super Bowl champs 10 in Atlantic City. Our live coverage of a non-title 10-round super bantamweight bout as this man, the bantamweight champion of the world, even though he does not have a unified title, he is the WBA champion. Many think he is the undisputed champion, unbeaten. Here's the man that wants to get recognition today. Oscar Muniz, a veteran of 41 fights, lost only 3, 22 knockouts, has more than held his own in the first meeting against Chandler. Both in at 121 3/4 pounds. Between rounds, Fred Marino in Muniz's corner did get the blood to stop flowing. So now let's see what Chandler does with those long arms on the face of Muniz. 7th round. Right now, Chandler, he's done more smiling today than anything else. Remember, the scoring is by rounds. Should the fight end up even, then they will go to the 5-point must. Now, with one shot to the cut in the left eyelid, it is opened and blood flowing once more. And again, Hazard says no. Chandler wants to touch gloves. And that's about the 4th complaint by Chandler of butts. He has no visible evidence of a butt. Muniz has evidence of either a butt or a solidly landed punch on the left eye.
Come on, man. Knock him out. Put the money up, man. Put the money up.
Chandler from South Philadelphia.
Put the money up.
Managed by the first woman to manage a world champion, Becky O'Neill. KO Becky O'Neill, former vaudevillian, 4 feet 7 inches tall, weighs 82 pounds. What a delight. She's cheering her fighter on. She feels that his performance isn't up to his bantamweight standards. As we're in the 7th round, a little more than a minute remaining. Pace now beginning to show in both fighters. Busiest with the combinations is the man in white. Counterpunching is Chandler. Oh, good left hook. It didn't faze Muniz. Never been knocked down. Chandler now keeps boring in, just little forward steps, beautifully positioning that left front foot, keeping his left hand down just a little bit low. Those body punches were blocked for the arms of Muniz. He is a sneaky super bantamweight. Muniz wisely staying out of range right now. 5 seconds to bell. Who is working on the cut in the left eyelid of the super bantamweight from Los Angeles in the soaked white trunks, Oscar Muniz. He is fighting Jeff Chandler in the 8th round now. An bout that we are scoring, and it appears very, very even at this point. Chandler now looking a little more determined. The smile is wiped off his face. Blood really flowing from that cut in the left eyelid. Muniz, Larry Hazard, the referee, circling, keeping a check. He's on the cut side right now. Muniz has been able to keep Chandler off balance many, many times in this fight. With punches, forcing Chandler to counterpunch. Obviously now, Oscar knows that that blood is flowing out of that cut on the left side. Now there was an unintentional butt. There she is, KO Becky O'Neill, Chandler's manager, that charming former vaudevillian, 4 feet 7. cheering her bantamweight champion on. Chandler looking sharp in that exchange and the previous one. Delivers punches beautifully. Courageous Oscar Muniz of Los Angeles. He was cut in the second round, remember, but that hasn't stopped him from giving it his all. That was a lightly flicked right hand by Chandler. Landed, though. It scored. That left scored. He's staying up on his toes for a lot of mobility. Circling still, and then charging into range. Look at both fighters, neither holding, which often is a sign of a tired fighter. They're just trying to get position and score with some inside punches, which Chandler did. Chandler in blue. 10 seconds and the bell for another close round, round 8. All right, now Larry Hazard brings them together for the 9th round. Only Larry Hazard could stop them from fighting at the end of the 8th round. The bell had sounded, both trying to land combinations. It's been that type of action from the opening bell. Jeff Chandler in blue, moving up to super bantamweight division, 121 3/4. Muniz, his opponent, has had 8 fights at that weight class. And Chandler only in his second, and it was an inconclusive performance against Cortez. He won the 10-round decision right here in Atlantic City. It'll be interesting to see how he feels about the super bantamweights in his effort today. But he's fighting a tremendously underrated fighter in Oscar Muniz, who was cut in the second round of the left eyelid. Chandler complaining again, and has battled back despite the injury. Jeff Chandler unmarked, and they're using some laces. Chandler knew, as I'm sure all of you do, that that's an illegal punch. Muniz keeps circling, trying away from a straight confrontation with a taller, longer reach bantamweight champion, Chandler in blue. But how long can that movement last? Because we're in the 9th round. And Muniz in particular has expended a lot of energy. Chandler trying with the left rights. There's not much slipping of punches by either super bantamweight. We have a minute remaining in the 9th round with 1 more to go. Could be a deciding round, too. To this point, slowest round of the entire fight. Oh, blood flowing from that cut in the left eyelid. Probably Dr. Frank Doggett of the New Jersey Commission will check it between rounds 9 and 10. Look at Muniz battle back. Chandler again complaining of a butt. That was a fine combination by Chandler. And a solid right hand, but Muniz is the battler. The counter-puncher supreme. And he's not ranked in the top 10 by the WBC or the WBA. Muniz, that's Freddie Marino, who has been working. That's cousin Mundo Muniz, who was a fine welterweight. Never got the title, but fought Palomino, fought Napoles. There he is. You see his hair. Talking to his cousin and telling him what to do in this last round. And as we scored in the round-by-round scoring here in New Jersey, we have it extremely close. This could be the telling round. Jeff Chandler as a super bantamweight, second time in his career, undefeated. Not quite as fast as he normally is. His movement, a little stationary, and he's caught punches like that right hand thrown by Muniz. Combinations now, and Chandler has to fight back. Blood was flowing out of that cut as Muniz came out of his corner. Chandler he's intimidating Muniz and also the crowd, which is surprising because he's a big favorite here in Atlantic City from nearby Philadelphia. There was a good shot to the ear, the right hand thrown by Muniz. As we said earlier, first time on national television. He feels he's been hidden pretty much on the West Coast, where there are a lot of really talented lighter weight division fighters. This is his third fight of the year, as it is Chandler's. Chandler, the bantamweight champion, the former North American bantamweight champion, is in white and is giving a good performance. He walked into a solid Chandler right hand. Doesn't faze him. Coming up to the halfway point of this final round. Well, for the first time in this last round, we saw Chandler there again, sticking out his tongue to Muniz. Well, the three judges will be totaling their scorecards. Chandler looking sharp in those two exchanges. Fans cheering now for a final flurry from the bantamweight champion, who's had his hands full. Toe-to-toe. Ooh, hitting on the break. There is no love lost in their first meeting. Could there be a rematch for a bantamweight championship? Well, we'll see the outcome of this one here in Atlantic City today. 45 seconds in the fight. Barry Hazard has done a great job in this bout. Muniz trying to cause Chandler to miss. They both rock each other with punches now. One good left and then a miss. Those punches were all missed. Snapping away. Good foot movement now by Muniz. Now they're in the final 5 seconds of this toe-to-toe brawl. Here's the bell. Okay, going the scheduled distance in this non-title bout. We'll be back with a decision after this.
We have a split decision.
A split decision.
And the scoring as follows.
Here it is.
Judge Tommy Kazmarek scoring it 5-4-1 Muniz.
Muniz on the scorecard of Tom Kazmarek. 5-4-1. There's an upset in the making, maybe.
5-4-1 Chandler.
So, 5-4-1 Chandler. So, it's even at this point. Here, Bill Newman now with the deciding vote.
Newman scoring it 5-4-1 Muniz.
Muniz upsets one of the great fighters in the world. The first loss handed to Jeff Chandler of Philadelphia. What a victory. Howard Storm and Ed Sobel, the West Coast managers of Muniz, are beside themselves. An upset. Travel arrangements made through and a promotional fee paid by United Airlines. United flies to Hong Kong.